sailing, I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying like a bird across the sky. I am flying, passing high clouds to be near you, to be free. Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark night, far away? I am dying, forever crying, to be with you. Who can say? Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark night, far away? I am dying, forever crying, to be with you. Who can say? We are sailing home again, across the sea. We are sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. Oh Lord, to be near you, to be free. Oh my Lord, to be near you, to be free. Oh my Lord, to be near you, to be free. Oh Lord.
When you hear the name Joe B. Marshall, there's so many different things that you can look to in his career as an advocate, as a director, as a professor, as a constitutional advisor. He's one of the Mi'kmaq pioneers in terms of Mi'kmaq rights and Mi'kmaq activism. Through talking with my father and the long history they've had, my father said that Joe B. was at the front of leading or a part of every Mi'kmaq legal battle that we've had, or a legal strategy that we've had that have amounted to Mi'kmaq people getting our rights?
Good afternoon. My name is Jay Marshall. I am a corporal in the RCMP here in Nova Scotia. I work in the Community Aboriginal Diversity Policing Services section in Halifax, but my office is here in Eskasoni. I have been a police officer for 27 years, and today I am here to tell you how much of an honor it is to share in my father's achievement as being a 2013 role model for Wela'lin Bernard Memorial High School. My dad has been an Aboriginal rights activist for the Union of Nova Scotia Indians for almost 44 years. And growing up in our family, it was hard to get used to not having my dad around. He was always attending meetings pretty much all over North America to advocate for Mi'kmaq people here in the province. My dad is a humble man, and he does not seek the limelight, but will work hard to make sure that our Mi'kmaq rights are placed in the forefront. One of the more proudest accomplishments that my dad had was being one of the co-founders of the Wela'lin Bernard Memorial Hockey Tournament. My dad felt that Aboriginal kids in this province needed to have an outlet to display their hockey skills, give them something to do during the March break back in the late 80s. He felt that a hockey tournament would bring everybody together in the winter months and would showcase a lot of the young and up-and-coming talent for our Aboriginal kids. One of the things I remember growing up is how my parents stressed to all of us that Mi'kmaq education, language, and culture were important. Even though we all went to school off reserve, we all still spoke Mi'kmaq at home, and we still continue to do so today. My parents strongly feel that our Mi'kmaq culture is important to preserve along with our language.
Okay, nina walgaji yoxtalusia jigapna andledeni abam work city layawi radli go Eskasoni wat khod mugudial nina en klamuxis jobi nutqoyanek negama ankam ketba nigana labniya Eskasoni go waga Eskasoni Eagles hockey team coach wadarop buga subur walibni na jini mu tan time nan klamuxis ga du walibni ga nutjach bugal ki ga Eskasoni ga galusul jini mu ga da du wadit kik ta ay ba mu gidielam tan delji melgi gina mu abni tan delji atigna labni tan delji gisa labni ne ma mawla gudno yo awan da si don ji wa wana da wana jo ga do ni ne mu gidielam ka hak yoblo nigalship aga chi yetla mi dia mali bin jini mu ga tigni da abni ga wal chawi aga negmo dan tu anki diedem na negmo ta tigna lat ka woni jinka aga megi diet ke ga sports ek yo ankam je tex aga je yo kuswa du wali ji du di msre wikma du wali ji woni janwa babes msre wi da ga kunam msre woni janwa du wali ji aga watu wali na jobi ya kan sugi sa maliano ga oblo pusho wala dit ka negmo ni kan na dit ka wikma ga du wali no dan chuan kam to bena na time na abogon wabna walaso wap ni gana do di demo na Wali Bernard Memorial Tournament lu da sig ni ga jobi bugali abogon wabna walaso na time ma wi demo ko la wanda si di ka de modele yo jo de lo na meno ga ni recognition abogon ma gabna yo dele ne dan mi ma dele abogon ma go na wal da ni abogon ma
well da si ga do glabis geb ma lo la jin mai and sis ai jukchid role model we nukchid lanige noktibun hoik negam na igan pugui ba haich igan adu di ba Union of Nova Scotia Indians telwi de mo kiskuk na 1969 nani mi edu newibnik gisita asortibniga Google mano nadago organization tan mena abohna muadi da ich gigamana geluk islada hadiga geluk research wajia bigot chiji dil no wadlo wetet bigol ya abohna muadi ji ai mudli dan kidna madi ji seg wigi ji masadel wem magasa mainstream wigi ji gulnu gai Nova Scotia ga bigol ya abohna muadi negamo jujua ai ta hoy gisluga de midis ban which ga de midis ta hoy ai we ga digan museum allahlam satami wajaru dil we ga digan nukchid weuta halda di Supreme Court dabu seized kesbudu wadi kes negmo ko luga hanu wai ewe ga se gukchid til madnadi des nukchid mena han kapte meno wai ji aktridi mina so well da sia meganud negama mada wajadi 1969 ekluanis nigeya degot kmestilna da hawaya gizi project of Union of Nova Scotia Indians siomali aptaga gichka Egypt en qadesink pe law school elijek to amya hadi leji gichkabna mi 40 sejega ba late 40 sejega post abaji school elijek law school so da qase ga school elijek kisapa siawa do boklugo han siawlugo on Union of Nova Scotia Indians siaw ya bohon mo chitela sikulago megiskuk tego yulka megiskuk CEO so deldedem debaut to get geb maluk sin iginimuk sin age ula role model lewe ya yoksi la neuti bon hoik
Nina Carl Gould television member to Leowi yeah we diga Joby ni dollarway wajalem ka Portugal in 1970 so you not to me gichka job jazi babnego Melky clubs Dillial knew in right, Migama, right some wallay and Delpwiggle Giscook. Melky on what Dilly Milk cooked. Ginama de Westcourt, Bugalka, common sense Westcourt, where walk days. And Dilly on with Migama.
From the outset of Mi'kmaq rights and the beginning of the fight for our Mi'kmaq rights, Joby has been a part of it. From 1969, with being one of the co-founders of the Union of Nova Scotia Indians, to being one of the legal strategists on the Simon case, the Marshall case, the Sapir Gray, Joby has had his handprints on just about every legal battle that we've won in the courts. Through everything from looking to what kind of research that we needed as Mi'kmaq people, as well as advocating on behalf of our people. He continues to be, still today, one of our most respected elders and one of the most respected voices for the Mi'kmaq in terms of pursuit of our Mi'kmaq rights. He continues to sit at the table today, and when I show videos to youth or when I try to get youth involved, they're always listening attentively to what Joby is saying.
Hi there, my name is Janice Maloney. I'm Executive Director at KMKNO. I started working with KMKNO about 8 years ago. At that time, Joby was already there. He started with the Made in Nova Scotia process right from the beginning. I didn't know him well when I started, but over the last 8 years, I've got to know and appreciate Joe immensely. I cannot express the impact that he has, not only on me personally, but the staff and within the process itself, both sitting at the main table as the Mi'kmaq Senior Advisor, helping out the staff, and actually in community meetings. It is, I can't even find the words, it's quite amazing to see him speak with community members, speak to them on one-on-one basis, get the message across, and really hear the concerns of individuals. He is indeed a true inspiration to the process, the team members, and to myself as an individual. A very, very proud of Joe B, of all his accomplishments, and just overall the way he takes what he does as a person, as a Mi'kmaq person, to teach and just to be there for everyone that he comes across. Truly, truly appreciate him.
My name is Viola Robinson, and I'm from the Acadia Band, and I live in Yarmouth, and I'm the lead negotiator for the Mi'kmaq Rights Initiative, Gwilmug Guswan. I've known Joe B. Marshall for a long time, probably in the 70s, mid-70s when I started working. He was one of the first people that was around, and he was working with the Union of Nova Scotia Indians. I knew him when he was working with the Department of Indian Affairs as well in Halifax, and I've watched him throughout the years do a lot of work with the Union of Nova Scotia Indians, with the chiefs, and then I remember when he went to, as well as when I went away to work, and when I came back, he studied law. He went to law school and graduated, and he was in College of Cape Breton. So he's done lots and lots of work. He's always been a very dedicated person. I have never known him to be engaged in any other kind of work except Mi'kmaq history, Mi'kmaq policies. He's always working for the betterment of for Mi'kmaq people.
Hi everybody, my name is Ritu Sood. I am the Senior Negotiator for the Federal Government of Canada. I've been negotiating at this Made in Nova Scotia process for 8 years now. So I've known Joe B for that time, 8 years. And I think the thing that I would use, the words I would use to describe Joe B is the strong and silent type. I think that captures him perfectly. And if there's something that I've learned from him, is the importance of listening and the importance of speaking thoughtfully. And I've always carried that with me. Joe B does not say a lot at the negotiation table. He listens, and when he does speak, what he has to say is very thought-provoking. It's meaningful, it's deliberate, and those are very great lessons that I've learned from him myself.
My name's Danny Graham, and I'm the lead negotiator for the province of Nova Scotia in the Made in Nova Scotia process. I've known Joe B. Marshall, well, I've known of Joe B. Marshall from the time I first played hockey in Cape Breton as a child, because I played against and with his son Jay for a number of years growing up in Sydney. But I got to know Joe once again starting about 8 years ago when I joined the Made in Nova Scotia process, and got to know Joe, who was representing as a senior advisor the Mi'kmaq people. And I can think of no better representative of the Mi'kmaq people than Joe. His quiet, determined integrity is always filled with wisdom when he speaks as an advocate for the Mi'kmaq people. His resilience, his experience, his sense of humor, all, I think, reflect so clearly and so well the best of my perception of what it means to be a Mi'kmaq person. He never wavers from his beliefs and his principles in the future of the Mi'kmaq people, his family. It's been the thread that has run through his life more than anything else, is his commitment to his people, not just in terms of the advancement of economic and social issues, but I'd say particularly as it relates to cultural issues. Joe's knowledge of the language and traditions of the Mi'kmaq people is extraordinary. He never tries to dominate a discussion, but often what he says is the most important thing that happens in a discussion. He never has to raise his voice or overpower anyone. When he speaks, people listen. They lean in and pay attention, because they know that it comes from a place of good values, and it comes from a place of integrity and experience and a reflection of what ultimately is in the best interests of the Mi'kmaq people.
My name is Eric Shiley. I'm with the negotiation team with the Mi'kmaq Rights Initiative. I have known and had the pleasure of knowing Joe B. Marshall for 20-some years now. When I was a young man and just getting out of law school and starting to work on Mi'kmaq issues and within the communities, Joe B. was one of the first people I met. Joe B. has been working decades on these issues, and an individual like Joe B. has educated me over the last 20 years on not just the things I know about legal issues and political issues, but Joe B., through his patience and kindness, was a person that took a non-native guy like me and taught me about Mi'kmaq culture and the way that Mi'kmaq look at the world, and that's been an invaluable education for me as a human being, and I'll always thank Joe for that. And I would like to thank the youth of Eskasoni for recognizing Joe B. Joe B's been recognized any number of times by all sorts of people, but I know for him an award that comes from his own people and from the youth of his own people is so dear to his heart and makes him feel so good about the work that he's done that I thank all of you very much for what you've done.
My name is Bruce Wildsmith. I'm a legal advisor to the Assembly of Nova Scotia Mi'kmaq Chiefs and to the KMK Negotiation Office. I've known Joe B. Marshall for more than 40 years, since the mid-1970s, just after the formation of the Union of Nova Scotia Indians. First became involved with the Mi'kmaq in a case that was supported by the Union Nova Scotia Indians, the Isaac case from Baudeladeck or Chapel Island. And over the years, I've worked with Joe through the Union of Nova Scotia Indians, and indeed as a law professor at Dalhousie Law School, I taught Joe when he was going through. Joe is a fairly quiet and unassuming man, but one thing I know about Joe is he pays close attention, and when he has something to say, he speaks up, and when he speaks up, people listen. An excellent job in choosing Joe as a role model and a mentor for the youth at Eskasoni and indeed throughout Nova Scotia. Congratulations to the students for nominating Joe for this award, and to Joe B. Marshall for a reward very justly received by him.
Well, that's it. Joe B. Marshall, see the role model of the year for the Eskasoni High School students. Role model living.
I would like to take the opportunity to congratulate the students of the Eskasoni High School for selecting Joe B. Marshall as their role model of the year for the school. I think it's an excellent choice. You've done a really good job in doing that, and you do really need to be congratulated for that. Joe B. is an excellent person for the award, and I also congratulate him as well for receiving it. I think it's a good choice.
Congratulations, Joe B., on being selected Role Model of the Year. You truly are an inspiration. It's been a privilege and an honor to be working with you for the last 8 years, and I look forward to many more.
So I wanted to take the chance to congratulate the students of Eskasoni High School for choosing Joe B. as the Role Model of the Year. And I also especially want to congratulate Joe B. as being the wonderful mentor, elder, negotiator, professional that he is. And I look forward to many, many, many more years of working with you, Joe.
I'd like to recognize and thank the students in Eskasoni for choosing such an outstanding role model to receive your recognition this year. And I want to congratulate Joe, I can picture him in the audience right now with the Joe B smirk on and feeling modest that he shouldn't receive this kind of attention. But Joe, I can assure you that it's very well deserved. All the best.
So Gudlin pasnya klamuksis congratulate wal Joe akhad badaji guldasila nutkhorti ga gedla midian miski ga anwa walaski ga giskuk.
On behalf of my family, Duty, Babes, Tex, and 19 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren, we would like to thank the students of the Allison Bernard Memorial High School for selecting my dad as the 2013 role model.
I am sailing home again. The sky, I am flying, passing high clouds to where you to be free. Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark night? Far away, I am dying.
Schools at Eskasoni have decided to vote me as role model of the year for the school, and I think myself that it's a greater honor than the one from the Nova Scotia government. I've often heard people say that when you are honored by your peers, by your own people, in other words, it's a greater honor than being honored by strangers. So I really am honored, and I want to thank the students for thinking of me when they made their selection. Thank you, Eskasoni School.